Hi, I'm Joe Walensky, and I'm the program manager for ConveyUX, and that's been Seattle's annual user experience conference for the past 7 years, and our 8th year is coming up, March 3, 4, and 5 in downtown Seattle, and produced by Blink. And as program manager, one of the fun things I get to do is talk to our many speakers, and today I am talking with two people, Haley Henderson and Jae Lee. Hello, Haley and Jae, how are you?
Hi, Joe. How are you?
Well, it's great to have you in the program and your colleagues at the same organization. Where are you talking to us from today?
From Atlanta, Georgia, at the Honeywell office.
Well, why don't we start with you talking a little bit about your backgrounds, and so Jay and Haley, why don't you just jump in and let us know what you're up to?
Sure. I'll start. So both Haley and I work for Honeywell, and when you think of Honeywell, you may say that, oh, it's the thermostat company, right? But we actually do a lot more than that. We have multiple verticals, one in aerospace, one in workforce productivity, and Haley and I are both senior product designers for the building technologies. And we do more than thermostats. We actually work in the security segment for the commercial side of it. So that's keeping not only the operators and employees safe, but also the customers at airports, casinos, hotels, and any big buildings that you can imagine.
Jay, how did you get into the UX area?
Yeah, that's a good question. So in college, I was trying to explore what I'm interested in, and I happened to land on graphic design, projects and just interactions around it. And I loved it, but I felt that the medium that we were in, it was mostly focused on print and packaging, was a bit limiting. So I wanted to go out more into the digital space and fell in love, found internship opportunities, and now it became a full-time job.
And what about you, Haley? What's your journey been like?
Not too different from Jay's. I started college. I was in a business major, kind of like what everyone does who doesn't know what they want to do. And I had to take a computer science visual basic programming class. And for some reason, I love that class and be able to make programs, hello world and everything. So I dropped the business major and moved to information systems. And then one of my friends had a job working UX right after college, and he convinced me to apply, and I magically got that job somehow and been doing that ever since.
And so, Haley, what are some of the things, day in the life or week in the life at Honeywell for you?
So we fall more into the generalist category of UX. So Jay and I will go out, do research with customers. Since we're a B2B product right now, we do a lot of competitive analysis. So we'll research features and stuff that our competitors are doing and try to incorporate a lot of that into what we're researching to make sure we're going to be meeting the needs of our security customers. And then we'll come back, we'll do wireframes or conceptual designs, prototype it, do new testing, meet with our developers and business partners, make sure we're in line with their goals for the year and we can meet their deadlines with feasibility and everything. A lot of our team is offshore, so we have a lot of very late nights and early mornings with them to make sure we're all in line. Learning to use a lot of remote technology, so that's been a fun experience too.
Well, I'm sure you have a lot of things going on all the time, and we'll get to your topic for the conference in a couple of minutes, but are there any things going on that have your particular interest or that you're passionate about right now?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, a lot of times I think you find people passionate about certain technologies, but I think as a generalist and UX designers working on multiple products, it's hard to be passionate about one thing when it comes when you're talking about technology. So I think we became more and more passionate about how we work, and part of that is collaboration and facilitation. And I believe that to be a key skill that I find it to be hugely valuable, and just the impact that we've seen, cutting down days and days of meetings or talking to someone down to maybe 1 hour or 2 hour sessions with the people or the partners that you're working with to be one of the things I'm super passionate about. And so because of that, we've developed a workshop and ways to make facilitation a little bit easier to understand and get hands-on practices. So that's something that we like to do outside of our work.
Yeah.
And, any things you wanted to add to that, Haley?
Yeah. So Jay and I also worked at Home Depot together, and we were part of the digital software transformation. So Home Depot was going from brick and mortar store to how can we solve a lot of these big problems with software. So we kind of got into this whole balanced team facilitation techniques, working together, and that's why we came over here to Honeywell too. So Home Depot is kind of leaning more towards the tail end of their digital transformation. They're running smoothly, and Honeywell had a new challenge and opportunity to spin up a new enterprise team and figure out how to go from a manufacturing company to a digital software company to solve their problems. So that's kind of what we're excited about and what we're doing right now.
Yeah, well, that is a really exciting time to be involved in a company with so many opportunities to contribute. Well, let's talk a little bit about the session that you're going to do at the conference. So the title is Integrating UX Product and Engineering to Optimize Products. So tell us how you came around to that title and what you'll be talking about.
Yeah, so like we were just talking about the digital transformation at Home Depot, we talked a lot about balanced teams, and that's how our product teams were set up. I'd never heard of it before I started there, but it's basically a trifecta of 3 people. It's your product owner who represents the business value, the designers who represent the customer and the user needs, and the lead engineer who represents the feasibility of the solution you're going to be building. And all of those people have their area they specialize in, but you all work very close together as a team. You kind of play in each other's sandboxes so you understand where everyone's coming from and their concerns and what's motivating them. So you build a really strong relationship and everyone has the same understanding. You're moving towards the same goal, and everyone's in alignment, and you are building products quickly. We were getting a lot of products out within the first 6 months of the team even forming. We were saving a lot of money, and one of the teams I worked on, we were already delivering $1 million of value within like the first 8 months of production. So very effective based on our experiences, very passionate about it.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I think it was an answer to a lot of the challenges that I think UX organizations face. And for us, we've been at multiple companies now, and not only for Honeywell and Home Depot, but previous companies, we think that this could be a really helpful tool that people can use to answer some of the challenges, such as, design versus the engineers, or us versus them, or even, why do we have to do user research, right? And hopefully with this session, we can help you take away some of the helpful techniques and even experiences that we have firsthand, so that your work experience will be a little bit easier and better for not only you, but for the whole product team and your partners.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely always a benefit when we can have these case studies where you're able to share your real experiences with the process in an organization. So we appreciate you bringing that to ConveyUX, and we'll look forward to seeing you here when you make your journey from Atlanta in March.
Yep.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Look forward to it.
Yeah.